Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. A few months ago, I reviewed the horror comedy B-movie, Three-Headed Shark Attack. Under the request of a friend and active viewer of mine, I've decided to create a series reviewing awful shark films, as there are literally hundreds of them. Jurassic Shark is a 2012 action-adventure comedy film, as described on its IMDb page. The plot summary describes a Jurassic killer that maroons a group of thieves and beautiful young female college students on an abandoned island. Yeah, that sums it up. I actually discovered this film a long time ago when the channel I Hate Everything reviewed this film for his series, The Search for the Worst, where he looked for the worst film ever made. I must say that after watching this, that this is a contender. It is even worse than Three-Headed Shark Attack, and I'll show you why now. The film opens with a scrolling text describing what a megalodon is. The grammar is pretty broken, and it reminds me of Windows Live Movie Maker. We are then presented with two badly acting women standing on a beach. You can guess why they're here. This is a low-budget shark film. Of course, these two are just meatbags for the chopping block, and after some very subtle foreshadowing and exposition from some scientists, it is revealed that the scientists have dug far too deep with an oil rig, causing tremors and releasing the megalodon. They clearly don't have any microphones, as the sound quality is horrific and the acting is comical. The women outside brush the commotion off, and they decide to go out into the water while we get some first-person view shots of the shark. I'm sorry, this water is like 2 inches deep and you're telling me a megalodon is in there? Yeah, right. Of course, as predicted, the women get munched by the shark and that's that. We get terrible-looking opening credits before we are introduced to our main characters. At first it's our villains, this dark-haired lady who I'll be calling Pigtails as I didn't bother to learn her name, and her 4 goons. These 2 goons, who are brothers, yet don't look anything like each other, are letting us know Pigtails is unstable and a murderer through some exposition. They're smuggling a painting using a rowboat, and the 2 other goons are introduced. The megalodon tips the little boat into the water, and of course Pigtails is concerned about the painting rather than their safety. The camera is very shaky during these parts, and I'm not sure if it's meant to display tension because the actors aren't doing a very good job of it, or if the cameraman is just cold. One of the goons is then eaten by the megalodon, and his struggle isn't very convincing.
Something got me!
A group of college students arrive on the island in the hopes of writing an essay on oil rig pollution. The other goons seem relatively calm about the fact that they just witnessed their mate get eaten by a megalodon, and Pigtails just wants her stolen painting back. One of the brother goons heads out into the water to retrieve the painting, and just as he seems to escape the shark and almost makes it to land, the megalodon attacks in an effect that could rival the lost hand of Three-Headed Shark Attack. And again with the acting, this is just laughable.
Jerry, can't believe it.
The students try to head to the oil rig on a rowboat, but the megalodon attacks again and eats the boy in a more original slow-mo shot. The rest of them are then swept to the shore of the island and find what's left of their friend. They meet up with the goons who pretend to be tourists who have souls, and they go camping in the woods that definitely isn't on mainland at all. The next morning, they head to the research facility and they find the scientist guy from earlier, who's covered in blood for some reason. This prompts the goons into revealing their true identities and pulling guns on the remaining students and the scientist. They make the scientist go into the water as revenge for causing the shark to awaken. The shark eats him, obviously, and while the goons were distracted with that, the students escaped. The remaining brother goes rogue or something, and plans on sacrificing the girls to the megalodon. After the girls make it back to the water, the dude frickin' throws one of them into it, and then another one when she tries to stop him. One of them makes it out, the other doesn't, and it looks absolutely awful. The goons hold the girls hostage, and the brother goon creeps on them that night while they sleep, but he's stopped by Pigtails. When morning comes, Pigtails makes the girl swim for the painting, while the brother goon distracts the Megalodon using dynamite. The girls throw the dynamite back at him, killing him, and the goons shoot at them. The remaining guy goes into the water and is eaten by the shark, who then jumps on land to devour Pigtails before jumping back into the water, which makes zero sense logically. There's then a shot of Halloween store legs, and the two survivors kill the Megalodon with the remaining dynamite. Apart from a few chuckles here and there, this film is pretty boring. At least Three-Headed Shark Attack had a concept wacky enough and a celebrity cameo in it to make it entertaining, as much as I shit on it in my review. Now this film is just crap. The main villain's voice isn't very intimidating, and overall the acting, effects, and general mood of the film is exactly what you'd expect from this kind of film. Is it any wonder that it got a 1.5 out of 10 on IMDb? In a 2012 Fangoria article, Walter Bonner describes the film as pure fun, akin to recent marine life run-amok fare, as Piranha 3D and Sharktopus. I'm sorry, but I don't see it. I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of this series, and feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. You could also leave some requests for future episodes. And as always, thanks for watching.